contact with aliens or contact with angels, contact with various apparitions or whatever, there is a presumption that is being given out by these beings, and I think is accepted very readily in our country, that if something is miraculous, by default it must be of God. That is a very commonly believed...
Or spiritual equals God.
Yes, spiritual or miraculous equals
right.
God.
Okay.
And the point is that Jesus warned us in Matthew 24 that he said that false Christs and false prophets would come in the last days, and they would perform great signs and wonders that, if possible, would even deceive the elect. And so Jesus warned us that supernatural beings would come on the scene, they would perform the signs and the wonders, and they would give false gospels, according to Paul. And what I began to see is that all of these different phenomena, whether we're talking about the angels or aliens and some of the other things we'll talk about, there is a presumption that if you see miraculous manifestations, it must be of God. And I believe that Jesus very importantly warned us that that's not the case.
You know, that's an interesting aspect in another way. It also highlights, I know what Chuck Smith always used to emphasize to us, is the dangers of seeking experiences. You know, it's amazing how many people within the Christian body
right.
find themselves chasing after some kind of experience. And these kinds of pursuits make one unusually vulnerable to deviations, deceptions of different kinds. The danger is the very seeking after experiences, as opposed to immersing oneself and really rooting oneself in the basics of the Word of God itself. And I think that's what you come back to protect yourself against these things, but that's also the thing, if you tether a tight leash to the Word of God, you tend not to get caught up in all these fads. And I don't want to go through the list of them, or we'll get more mail from offended people, but the point is, even within the Christian community, there are all kinds of pursuits of signs and wonders,
right.
And that's a great risk, in my opinion.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
Well, you can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting
you.